Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Happy summer, folks! Y'all ready for a Merry Christmas with the Baywatch crew? Baywatch is sort of an odd show that doesn't really lend itself very well to holiday specials, because, well, Baywatch Beach is kinda summer all the time. I think this two-parter was their only attempt at a specifically holiday-themed episode, although it is worth noting that the episode featuring the Night Puncher was created as a Halloween thing because NBC just told them to make something around a promo they made.
He became incensed after NBC demanded a special Halloween episode.
They gave us a promo and said, write a show around this promo.
Hasselhoff hated that idea. They got more integrity than that, but it was cool when he was fighting vampires and shit on Baywatch nights, I guess. Also worth noting, on Halloween of 1994, they aired Short-Sighted, so yeah, clearly holiday specials were not on Baywatch's list of priorities. Oh yeah, and this two-parter is called Silent Night, Baywatch Night. Silent Night, Baywatch Night. Horrible! But before we talk about surfboards and sugar plums, I got two pieces of news. Firstly, Baywatch has been beat as the longest-running show to never win an Emmy by Supernatural. Good God. I used to love Supernatural, guys, but let's be real. If any show was gonna beat Baywatch in that regard, it deserved it the most. If someone were to tell me in 2010 that in 7 years, David Hasselhoff would be cameoing in 2 wide-release movies, Baywatch would be back in theaters, and Supernatural would still be on and festering in its own toilet stew, trying to revive itself by doing a Scooby-Doo crossover, I'm not sure I'd believe them. Oh, how the tables have turned. But I will say this. It may have beaten Baywatch in its lack of Emmys time, but it was still nominated, which is more than Baywatch could say. Okay, secondly, I gotta go a little bit into Baywatch's 100th episode. Baywatch was the most watched show of all time. Whether you love it or hate it, it had an audience of over 1 billion people. But guess what? I can't find one stinking piece of evidence as to what their 100th episode actually was. You'd think one of those 1 billion people would have some sort of documentation about that, but I've been to the deep web and I'm still not sure. The 100th episode celebration reels are just unrelated clips, and pictures from the 100th wrap party don't indicate which one it was specifically. If you look at Wikipedia's episode list, you'll see Homecoming numbered at 100, but as they have 2 number 43s, that numbering is incorrect. Rolling it back one makes it the episode Rubber Ducky, but that's only if you don't include the pilot movie. If you do, it makes it part 2 of Silent Night, Baywatch Night. That is, if you don't count the pilot movie as a two-parter like some lists do, which would make it part 1. But that's assuming Baywatch aired things in the production order, which they most certainly did not. And I can guarantee you they didn't film this as the 100th. While a Christmas special is at least different, it doesn't have that celebratory feel you would expect from a milestone like that. However, using my powers of deduction, and this picture from the wrap party including Richard Branson and Jane Collins, who both guest starred in an episode later in the season, my best guess would be the 100th episode filmed was The Runaways. It's got a lot of guest stars in it, and a bit of self-indulgence, which feels like more of a 100th episode celebration than any of the ones I just mentioned. But that's just my guess. Anywho, for all intents and purposes, including the pilot, part 2 of Silent Night, Baywatch Night is the 100th episode aired. Since I review 2-parters together, this isn't the 100th episode of Baywatching, so give me a few on that one. Now let's spread some holiday cheer!
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire's so delightful, and since we've no place to go.
Get B-roll, get B-roll, get B-roll. We begin with another parasailing rescue, but the twist? The guy's dressed as Santa! Can't you feel the Christmas magic in the air?
It's gonna make coming down the chimney a piece of cake, huh?
Oh, I'm seriously injured, you prick! Speaking of which...
Aw, is that a sigh I don't hear?
Oh, does somebody need some condescension? So remember how last episode Tracy was like, "Hey, I'm not looking for a relationship for a multitude of reasons," and Mitch was like, "Not on my creepo watch." Well, I don't know, they're together now? Guess they resolved that off screen. This is their first kiss. Thank God, Mitch finally has a love interest. Tracy is bummed because she always wanted a white Christmas, something which they aren't gonna get on the beach. You might have noticed something off about Tracy in the last couple episodes. Not to ruin any kind of twist.
But it's just that this is probably going to be my last chance at a white Christmas.
Don't be silly. There'll be other years.
Why does everyone keep saying ho ho ho? That's my thing. Oh, I'm too embarrassed to ask now.
I just didn't feel like standing around and comparing Christmas memories.
Why not?
Because I don't have any.
I think we know one way to renew Eyebrows' Christmas spirit. Ooh, I'm the ghost of Christmas past! Please adopt me! Kirby won't leave me alone! I'm the ghost of Christmas present! Wait, I'm dead? We're dead! Sacre blue! I'm Cody. Shut up, ghost of Christmas future! So remember that episode oh so long ago, aka 5 episodes previously, where a little boy learns to accept his father because little people are just people like you and me? Well, guess what? Forget that! Little people are actually always make-believe fantasy creatures. That's right, folks. This episode has Christmas elves. Holy schmoly! Baywatch, you shouldn't have! Why did anyone ever make fun of Baywatch nights? Christmas elves! Baywatch has had many misses, but something that is a guaranteed laugh riot is secret Christmas elf humor.
We've flown over the area. It's freezing where we come from. The old geezer we work for is a sleigh driver this time of year.
Sleigh driver?
Did I say sleigh driver? I meant slave driver.
Look at my totally child-appropriate shirt. Boobs for everyone.
It's a Christmas miracle! It's a good thing she wore it, though. Otherwise, she couldn't hit on this hot British beach priest.
You know, we're actually in the same line of work. We both save lives.
You just get them a little closer to heaven.
Baywatch, please don't do this. Meanwhile, it wouldn't be Christmas without a plot about a devious loan shark. Kyla here is in debt for 10 grand, but it is she who is playing him. Using her scrappy child as a distraction, she steals the key to his money box and swipes all his cash. Despite Kyla and her kid Joey always using their own names for their cons, Kyla is somehow caught. This leads to Joey running into Eyebrows and Hobie, who are busy asking life's tough questions.
Hey Ho, you still believe in Santa Claus?
I'm a mere 10 years old.
Oh, and Eyebrows rescues a Christmas elf from drowning. If that doesn't get you major points with Santa, I don't know what will. No one but true Christmas elves could have decorated this tower. Believe, Eyebrows, believe! At Casa Von Malibu, Hobie interrupts Mitch and Tracy's abrupt relationship development, and Mitch hates having those interrupted. This better be good, Hobie, or I'll end you.
It's okay, Dad. I just brought a little boy home after an altercation at the beach because that's how that works.
You brought a filthy child into my home? I hate children!
It's
Disgusting!
With a little kid around, Dad, it'll make you look younger.
You're right. I think I'll adopt it and take it with me. This episode continues to take us on a Shyamalanian tour of twists when Joey's biggest secret is revealed.
He is a she.
Oh my god! What? I can't even... How? My mind is blown! How could she be a little girl this whole time? It's a twist so clever, it's almost pointless! Don't you know who this is? This is the little girl from Thunder in Paradise, Hobie! I will not have Hulk Hogan's adoptive child in my home!
A girl? How'd you find out?
Why'd you have to make it sound so creepy, Mitch? Oh yeah, I forgot the scene started like this. Gunner Santa, Gunner Santa, Gunner Santa! Holy moly, I was so busy making fun of Michael Burke's son Joshua being cast as a semi-recurring character that I completely missed that one of Hobie's other friends is Corey Schwartz, Douglas Schwartz's son. How'd he manage that gig, I think this is him, I don't know. Mitch, a natural detective, is starting to find some holes in Joey's story about her mom being stuck on a bus. I'm suspicious of you. Oh well, I guess I'll leave you here unsupervised. Looking for money to bail her mom out of jail, Joey convinces Hobie to join her in a scam involving young women swooning over a David Hasselhoff promo pic set to Santa Baby. I'm not gonna give you any more context.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me.
Lone Shark Goon starts chasing Hobie and Joey underneath the Death Pier. This episode's just got way too much happening. This causes David Hasselhoff to pitch the tagline of his next movie.
I'm beyond mad, now I'm worried.
I don't know how much Lone Shark pays this guy, but surely it's not enough for this potential double child homicide.
Get Hobie!
You take the ugly older child, I'll get the cute one! Anyway, via some stuff I'm skipping over because it isn't that interesting, Mitch finds out about Joey's mom. Oh, Joey, I hate that story.
If there really was a Santa, he'd bring my mom back for Christmas.
Well, there isn't, kid. Your mom is gonna serve 6 consecutive life sentences, and will most likely die thinking you abandoned her because you didn't love her enough. Well, good night!
What is this? What? You are smoking a cigarette?
One of my cigarettes? Gimme! Your complete lack of gratitude, smoking in my home, and stealing my food has inspired me to bail your mom out. Merry Christmas, you little scamp!
I still don't believe in Santa, but I believe in you.
At this point, Lone Shark has agreed to drop the charges if they pay the money back. Money which Joey has hidden inside one of the identically wrapped presents under the Baywatch Christmas tree. Oh no! Now they have to wait till Christmas! Because, the episode says so? Who did they have to keep this a secret from at this point? Meanwhile, Eyebrows talks to CJ and dances around the fact he suspects his new friends might be Christmas elves. You know, I made fun of Eddie a lot for being a giant child, but never once did they feature him believing in fairy tale creatures. Ghosts, maybe, but there was a line. Perhaps CJ was making a mistake spite dating Eyebrows to get back at court.
They're elves. They know that as a child you didn't have too many happy Christmases, so that's what they're giving you now for Christmas.
Beachgoers put their lives in these people's hands every day!
By the way, Matt, I'm in love with a priest now.
What? Oh well, elves!
I'm in this episode now, hi!
While Tracy is super inconspicuously hiding something, she finds a letter from Mitch in her locker. So that we may dance to the mutual rhythm of our hearts? Jeez, he's so lame. Let the music of seduction play.
Please, Daddy, don't get drunk this Christmas. I don't want to see my mama cry.
Meanwhile, no! Stop trying to push this star-crossed lovers plot between CJ and Priest McSexy. No!
A priest? Why a priest? You can have any man you want. Matt adores you, but a priest?
I don't know, Mitch. At least it seems mutual, which is more than I can say for how your current relationship started. They resolved this issue by saying it was one big misunderstanding. But let's be real here. CJ totally would have left Eyebrows for a priest if she'd had the opportunity. Not that I blame her. Toys, you are elves, I knew it! Yeah, sure, whatever, kid. We're Christmas elves.
I just thought that you were like Santa's helpers, you know. Elves.
Eyebrows, you don't just say that to someone unironically.
We are.
Ah, you better not be having a stupid Christmas elf storyline in here!
I'm one of Santa's helpers.
Save it for Baywatch nights, Freako. I've got an obviously dying, but I haven't realized it because I'm an idiot, girlfriend to get to.
I'm sorry, we didn't mean to be eavesdropping.
That's not a thing anyone says!
I can't believe you got all this foam and plastic shavings for me.
Some Christmas elves help me do it, and I hate them. We don't actually see the elves helping with any of this in the Christmas fun montage, by the way. They just throw snowballs with everyone else.
Dad, that's the guy that chased us under the pier!
You're under Christmas arrest! Please enjoy this action scene Christmas music. It's only natural at this point to question what you're seeing, but this is in fact a Baywatch action scene in which Mitch and company pursue a child-harassing criminal with the help of Christmas elves, who throw presents at the culprit to slow him down. Beautiful. Were they stuffing ice cubes in his mouth? Why? The money goes to the priest, Kyla and Joey turn over a new leaf, and Tracy and Eyebrows have their faith restored in Christmas via Santa's elves. Caroline is wondering why she was here, and so are we. So what about those elves anyway? Were they really Santa's helpers?
Benny gave me his address if I ever want to write to him or if I ever needed anything.
Benny the elf, care of Kris Kringle?
North Pole.
You saw it here, folks. Concrete proof. Stick that in your corncob pipe and smoke it.
Well, I guess there's a Santa after all,
he said with the least amount of conviction possible. Merry Christmas, I guess. Oh God, they've seen us!
Next time on Baywatch,
Logan needs a green card. Meanwhile, Mitch and his mom disapprove of each other's relationships. Hot grandma action.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me. I've been an awful good girl, Santa baby, hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, outer space convertible too.